Ladies and gentlemen, it's Real Late Hot 97. My name is Peter Rosenberg. Kentucky's own young Jack Harlow in the building on Real Late. Welcome, man.
And you don't stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro?
You're here, finally.
Finally. First time.
I feel like we first connected a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I think you DM'd me about a year ago.
Something like that?
After Sundown came out.
It was Sundown. That was the joint. And I don't even remember how you got on my radar anymore. But either way, I thought it was fire. We played the record here on Real Late a bunch, and we'll play it again in a little bit. And now you are popping in these streets. You have a video with Bryson Tiller out, all kinds of hot chicks in a roller skating rink.
You seen that, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to miss. But let's tell the story of how you got there in the first place, because Lexington, Kentucky, correct?
Louisville,
Louisville, Kentucky. Kentucky is not necessarily. I've known some artists over the years, not considered a hotbed for hip hop artists. Right. So how did Jack Harlow from Louisville, Kentucky, become that dude?
Well, like you're saying, it ain't a hugely historic scene for music, but there's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of still undiscovered talent now. But, you know, with the power of the internet, I feel like you can come from Montana, you can come from Alaska at this point. So all you got to do is upload something that the people feel like is tight. So I started rapping when I was like 12 or 13. I was a kid in middle school that was freestyling. I wanted to rap early, and I was posting stuff on Facebook. And then in high school, it started to pick up more and more traction. But it was just really in my city. Kids in high school knew about me. So after I graduated, I moved down to Atlanta, linked up with KY Engineering, and just started working, just started cooking up. And me and him actually moved together, my best friend Urban. And then shortly after I moved down there, Drama discovered me. I met Drama.
Yeah, so how does that happen? How does DJ Drama end up? Is it just the downloads? Is it just things starting to move around on their own?
A little bit, but just knowing the right people, I guess. I was cool with a couple guys that took me up to Main Street and introduced me to Drama. I shook his hand and I started recording in the studio, and he's like, yo, I want to sign you. I like your music. I remember the summer after I graduated, he followed me on Instagram, and I was so hyped. I was like, I'm going to sign to DJ Drama. I was like, I know I'm going to sign to Drama. And I got to Atlanta, so I was already on his radar, but he wasn't hitting me up. He wasn't, checking for me for real. And then somebody actually took me up there to meet him. And since then, I've been working out of his studio, recording and trying things out.
So Handsome Harlow EP, that was 2015?
Hell yeah.
And how much noise did that make? Like, what did that do for you?
High school scene.
It was just around. It was local. It just got people to...
Exactly. I almost be acting like it don't exist.
And how poppin' were you musically in high school? Like, was that your thing that everyone in school was like, this kid raps?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone in the city knew I was rapping.
And were you rapping like at any event where there was an opportunity to get a microphone and rap? Was it happening?
Nah, because I can be bashful sometimes, so I don't always want to rap, but I'd choose a lot of events to rap at.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from a music standpoint, who got you into hip-hop in the first place? Who was
my mom.
Really?
Yeah, she was big. She used to go to Public Enemy concerts when she was in college and stuff like that. She put me on the Tribe Called Quest. So early on, I was on my elitist shit, like you were talking about. I was on my hip-hop purist stuff. So I was loving all the old school. And as I got older, I started to get a taste for what's newer. But early on, I was listening to what she listened to when she was younger. But my mom's super into hip-hop.
That's, I think, a really great route to go, which is not... you only live in the past, but that helps set the foundation.
You get the context first.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gives you context first, because if the context starts out being, I don't know, I don't want to give an example that makes it sound like I'm dissing said artist, but if your context starts in a place that aren't from the fundamentals, it sort of skews your perception of hip-hop as a whole. Because remember, each place that we're in is temporary. Whatever everyone thinks it is right now, they're like, this is hip-hop right now, get used to it. It's not going to be that in 7 years.
Preaching to the choir. I 100% agree.
So, but there's certain stuff, the stuff that's timeless. It's like saying you're into rock and roll. You start playing a guitar, and someone's like, "Oh, well, cool, dude. You want to learn?" I don't even know who the biggest rock band is right now, but they would be like, "Yo, listen to them." No, dude, just listen to a Led Zeppelin album. Let's start with some stuff that is tried and true, always going to be there. And then it's important to continue to expand, because you also don't want to be someone who sits there and is like, yeah, I think everything else new today sucks.
100%.
You don't want to be in that place either. And you appear to have that sort of a balance between, you can hear that you are a rapper who wants to rappity rap, and you can also hear that you are into melodies and you are existing in the place that we're in right now.
You get me, man. I'm happy you're interviewing me.
Well, I mean, I just been following along from a distance, and that's what it appears to be. Now, here's the, you want to know what my biggest concern for you is?
Let's hear it.
This is going to still sound like a diss. Whatever. I don't want you to become Post Malone. And by that I mean, hold on. By that I mean, Post Malone's an exceptionally talented kid. And even though I've been hard on him before, I think he's an incredible talent, right? And he deserves what he's getting. My problem with Post ends up being white audiences. It blows my mind. White audiences really love white people. Like, they really gravitate towards white people way more than it sounds like you or I ever did when it came to the artists we were interested in. And so, like, someone like Post, now he goes to a concert, it's 19,000 white people. Like, I'm not saying black people don't mess with Post Malone. I sincerely think there are people who do. But sometimes white people have a tendency to completely take the white artist as theirs, and it can be, maybe it's just me overthinking things, but frustrating, because I'm sure you want to have a diverse fan base.
Yes, I totally agree. I think, this is a very interesting conversation because it could go deeper. But honestly, I mean, white people see themselves in him just like they see themselves in me. I got a lot of white fans, of course, because they feel like, ooh, I could be that. Mm-hmm. So I have black fans, but I don't know if they ever have a moment where they say, ooh, I could be that.
Right.
I see myself in him. So that's just what it is. I don't want to be Post Malone either, not because I dislike Post Malone, because I want to be me. But I think we're on the same page. I think the key is to make sure you have some rap records on every album.
Right. You got that is a major key too, because the more you come with bars and rap and you stick to those fundamentals you were raised on to some degree, the more you're going to draw an authentic audience. And that also doesn't mean there can't be authentic white fans. So let me be clear about that too. But I just don't think, when Posty does the Barclays Center for 19,000 people and these songs that he's playing air on every single pop station, you're going to end up getting a certain kind of audience.
And my least favorite fans are the ones that say, I don't like hip hop, but this is.
Nothing makes you cringe more.
Of course.
Eminem used to get that all the time.
Yeah.
And people used to say to me, and I've talked to Eminem about this too, people would say to me, I don't normally like rap, but that Eminem, and I'd go, wait. If you don't normally like rap,
it's the worst disclaimer there is, man.
He's the most rappingest motherfucker there is. Why would you, if you say you don't like rap and then you go, but I like Eminem, you realize that he is literally maybe the most rappingest human being of all time. Why would he be the person? And then you have to look at them and watch as they're like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We could have Caucasian relate moments all day, honestly.
I know the frustrations that exist that are like, now musically, how did the Bryson Tiller thing come together? And what's he like? Bryson's a bit of an enigma. He's only been up here one time, and when we interviewed Bryson, there were no cameras. It was an audio-only interview. Only time I've ever done that, I think.
I salute him, man. That's his wave. He don't want to be seen sometimes.
Yeah, no, it was very cool. He kept his brand very the way he wanted it.
Yeah, and he still does. Bryson's shown me love since I was in high school. He sent messages, showing support. He would retweet occasionally, so he's always shown love just off the hometown thing.
I was going to say, so yeah, that's where it all
started.
Yeah,
he always had respect because I never said, I need you to post it. So we got cooler this year. I sent him a new record that I liked, and he loved it. He loved the rapping. He's more known for his singing, but he heard the rapping on through the night. He's like, I want to rap. So he knocked the record out, and he loves it. And we've been getting cool since, but he's a cool dude. He's down to earth. He's regular. He's, a good person.
Speaking of Through the Night, let's play that record right now. This is now later on in a little bit, Jack's gonna rap. This is the Jack Harlow, you know what I'm saying, bopping in the roller skating jam joint.
Know the vibes.
This is the Vibes record. It's Jack Harlow and Bryson Tiller. It's Real Late, Hot 97. Real Late, Hot 97. Jack Harlow is in the building. Long time coming. Are you still living in Louisville?
I live in Atlanta now.
You live in Atlanta full time?
Yes, sir.
And how do you like that? How's Atlanta life?
I like it. I think it made me grow up a lot. I got down there and gained a bunch of vices and learned a bunch of new things, was going to strip clubs. It made my music better. So overall, it made me evolve.
What other vices besides the strip club?
Well, just substances. I was trying things. In high school, I was always like a very clean kid, and I got down there. I think there was so much to offer that I just wanted to experiment, and I wanted to feel different in the booth, so I was feeling different.
Did you find a middle ground that you're happy with?
Yeah, I'm there right now, I think.
You're in a good, clear space.
I could be more middle, but I'm getting there.
How old are you now, 21?
21.
21 years old. And at what point did this become the plan? Not just like, I like music, but this is the plan.
When I was like 12 or 13. Before I got to high school, I was like, I don't want to go to college. But it was always my plan. I knew what I wanted to do.
What was the first place you ever rapped publicly?
Talent show in middle school. I guess that ain't public though.
No, that's public.
Yeah,
in front of the kids in middle school.
Yeah, in front of teachers, they were mad at me because I kept grabbing my nuts. When I got off the stage, that was their biggest complaint is I kept holding my nuts.
We like what you're doing, Jack, but you please stop grabbing.
I didn't get that first part though.
No,
just,
really,
please stop grabbing. Yeah.
Do you remember the rhymes?
No.
Do you remember any of your little kid bars? Do you have any like go-to joints you always used to go to?
Yeah, but none I'm trying to share right now, if that's what you're about to ask.
And did you have like a little rap crew or you were completely solo? Just you and
I
Urban?
was solo early, but we got a collective now. It's called Private Garden. It's out of Louisville. There's 2 acts, Jack Harlow and the homies. It's made up of like 8 creatives. He's one of them, bunch of producers, artists. So we got a collective right now, Private Garden.
That's pretty dope. And these cats come mess with you in Atlanta?
Yeah, some of them live in Atlanta. Some of them moved down there with me, but just a collective of creatives. One of them directs the videos. He also raps and produces, but it's all in-house.
How much are you enjoying things right now? Are you having fun on a regular basis?
I'm doing
right
a decent job. I really care about this, so sometimes I think it'd be hard for me to have fun in certain moments, but in the studio is where I have fun. I really love making music. So.
Well, I was gonna say, when you say you care about this, what are you referring to? What's this specifically?
I really want to make a career out of this. I want to do a good job at it. Like I care about my music. Like I want to make excellent music. It's really important to me. It makes me feel good. So it's the feeling I'm chasing.
It's hard for me sometimes talking to artists who, as I get older and artists continue to be the same age. It's hard because I do not remember my mental at 21 years old. Like, I really don't. I'm 40. Shawnee, do you remember 21? Like, do you really remember where you were at 21 mentally?
Yeah, I was having a lot of fun.
Like, I don't remember how I saw life, though. I mean, I know I had goals. I definitely had goals. I took my job seriously. I was working in radio already, and I took it seriously. But I don't remember, like...
I was heavy roster.
Oh, yeah, you were a different
21, I was heavy roster, yeah.
Yeah, you were I wish I met that, Shawnee.
It was like, 7, 8 blunts a day, Bible, you know what I'm saying?
Dreads on fleek.
Dreads, we was hustling, ganja, we was out here.
I'm sad I missed that, Shawnee. But my point is, I just don't... when I hear about someone being so focused, and like trying to make... Like, you're making real career decisions that... impact everything at 21 years old. And I guess in retrospect, looking back, well, I guess I was too. But it just felt like the scale was smaller. Like, yeah, I was at a radio station in D.C. At the time, it felt like a really big deal. It was a big radio station in D.C. And I guess had I gotten fired from that job, it would have thrown off my trajectory. Maybe it was more relatable than I think it was. But for me, in the moment, I'm like, damn, 21 years old. And you're already signed, you have a deal, you have a video out. Like, this is the time where things are set up. To me, it seems overwhelming, but you don't appear to be overwhelmed.
Well, good. I didn't want to appear to be.
Yeah, that would be terrible if you walked in like all like, concerned and nervous. And,
yeah, my biggest priority was to come in here and not look overwhelmed.
Well, you nailed that completely. But so now when you say it's important for you to do well, do you have a certain level that you're trying to play at as an artist, like a certain level of...
Rushmore status.
You really want to be...
I'll be one of the best.
Up there.
Yeah.
So who do you think's up there then? Who are some of the... You don't have to give me an order or anything like that. I'm not going to make you go through your top 50 list. Who do you have though on your Rushmore?
Drizzy's a GOAT.
He's Drake's
greatest all time.
He's your greatest ever.
Yeah, greatest ever.
What's your favorite Drake album?
Scorpion.
Really?
Scorpion.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. And who else up there?
Jay-Z, Wayne, M.
Trying to look up Scorpion right now.
Andre 3000. Andre 3000 is my favorite rapper ever, but Drake's the greatest artist.
Which Scorpion disc did you prefer? One?
What you mean?
Scorpion was 2 discs, right? Yeah.
No, I didn't prefer one of them. I like the whole thing. I got to be honest.
Because I thought Scorpion...
Because both of them have just amazing songs.
Yeah, I thought Scorpion disc 1 was his best. His
See,
best
but
body
disc
work.
2 has such good fucking music on it.
It does. No, I was just looking at it from the rap standpoint. It did. It had great tunes. But, you know, I didn't need Ratchet Happy Birthday. It's just not for me.
That wasn't my favorite song either.
Whereas the first joint's got Sandra's Rose and Survival, and
The intro's crazy, yeah.
God's Plan is ultimately a crazy song.
Here's the thing, though.
Talk Up with Hove.
A lot of people treated that like a mediocre album. And listen, after I make this statement, we can move on. I ain't trying to turn this into a Drake interview, although I am a stan. The thing is, in 5 years, this is going to age as his best album, unless he tops it with the next one, because you think about all the hits on it. I don't know what album it is that has more hits on it. And that's what inevitably is what people are going to look back on like, damn, that was a hell of a song. It's played out to people right now, but...
Right, give it time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a lot of hits on it. You know what? That was a really good. I liked your sort of expanded Rushmore there. I think it's a very diverse. You know, you get the Drake and Wayne, which is sort of the younger man's choices for people to be up there. Though totally reasonable choices in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But then you still have Hove, Eminem, Andre 3000. Yeah, I think that's a well-rounded mix of. Well done, Jack Harlow.
Thank you.
We did not prepare this beforehand, by the way.
Oh, I did.
And Jack might have. I don't know how much research you did in advance.
I was like, what are the five he's going to like?
I'm not dealing with this asshole. Kentucky basketball. That's why I thought Lexington at the beginning.
Louisville basketball.
So I was going to say, so you're a Louisville guy and anti. So me saying the words Lexington makes you sick, borderline sick to your stomach.
I'm going to be honest. If it's Louisville and Kentucky in the championship, I'm definitely going for Louisville. But if Louisville's not in the tournament and Kentucky's up there against West Virginia or something,
I'd
like to see Kentucky to win.
Okay.
I can't say a lot of fans are like that.
I was going to say, are most people not like that? They're Louisville
I'm a Louisville fan. I'm from Louisville. There's no reason for anybody in Louisville to be supporting Kentucky. But there's plenty of them, and there are two right here.
No! You roll with two Kentucky-loving hacks?
Oh, yeah. I got a diverse circle.
Now, how much is this a thing in Louisville? Like, how much is that a conversation?
It's everything.
It's huge.
It's huge.
I just love finding out about cultural things like that exist within a place.
No, it's a basketball state.
Right. I mean,
it actually is said to have we don't have an NBA team, but it's said to have the biggest NBA audience in the country.
That's crazy.
People love basketball in Kentucky.
And do they end up rooting for teams that kids from Louisville and Kentucky went to?
A lot of times. I mean, D'Angelo Russell, we know him personally, a lot of me and my friends, so people are now Warriors fans, and they were Nets fans last year.
Right.
It's just how it goes. There's a lot of player fans.
And listen, I don't want to say anything crazy, but, you know, with Kentucky, they do have a lot of players. There's a lot of options of who to follow. Because they're everywhere.
Louisville only has a few.
Louisville still is a great program, but they don't have. Kentucky's an NBA machine.
Oh yeah, they just pump them out.
That's what they do.
Pump them out.
Yeah, there's no feel.
That's why the GOAT attaches himself to him. Champagne Poppy, he knows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because this is what they do.
That's why I'm Louisville.
Now here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let me reach into my phone real quick. I'm gonna pull a beat out here. What are your thoughts on doing the raps?
Let's do the raps. What we came to do. It's Hot 97, man. We're doing the raps.
Come on, man. You came all the way from Louisville, Kentucky.
You know the vibes.
So let me get this right. Shawnee, is my thing up? My Bluetooth?
Nah, you playing it off your phone. Don't let the phone turn off and the beat stop, man.
I'm going to get this right.
Turn that beat up a little bit.
Turn up a little bit, Shawnee. Jack Harlow's in the building. Louisville, Kentucky.
I went back down. Turn it back up a little bit.
Well, no, turn your headphones. Can you turn your headphones up?
Where's it at?
In front of you. I'm going to bring it back.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, let me start over again. Hold on. It's clean. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. I don't want us to be peeking too much. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It's Real Late Hot 97. Jack Harlow's in the building.
What's this cough button do?
I think nothing. In theory, it would allow you to...
when I want to cough?
No, try. No, you're still there.
It's an old school button.
Ooh, it's a sunny night in New York City. Jack Harlow's in the building. Shout out to DJ Drama.
Yeah. Y'all don't know the half of it. They be trying to be like me, but they ain't passionate. I was dead for a second, now I'm back from it. I got brothers I wanna feed, we got rags to get. Bitches pissed off, acting like they activists. They pissed off so much, it's like they practiced it. When I slipped out, I could feel the magnum slip. I had to go back fishing just to grab the shit. Embarrassing, I gotta at the Sheraton. My brody in the other bet, we both sharing twins. Ooh, feeling like the Harrison twins. If she a dime, trust me, I could spare her the 10 cents. I passed that, smoking out a pound, no hashtag. 25 just to do the show, and that's that. This that shit to make them all wanna backtrack and ask if they on the same level that Jack's at. Well, no. To be honest, no. As to where she came from, she said Monaco. I said, where is that in France? She said, on the coast. I don't like to jump into things when I'm on the go. But when I heard that accent, I said, Geronimo. I think that I'm in love, and I think you ought to know. I'm in the pocket making plays, calling audibles. I'm sick of all the bullshit that y'all been serving up. Where your girl? She with us, and she turning up. Waited all night for her, she ain't turning up. I ain't used to it, but I'll drink the bourbon up. Cause that's the only thing that that's the only thing my pops left sitting out. She got homework that she's stressing about. As for me, I'm globetrotting, I've been stepping about. Got a Mexican in my house and she's stretching me out, you dig? You know I'm in here with Rosenberg, man. Hot 97 vibes, shout out to the Bill. I'm in here with Urban.
What up, Urban? Jack Harlow, Louisville, Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen. When's the project coming, Jack?
2 days, Friday. I don't know when this interview's coming out.
So 2 days ago.
It's out now.
It's out right now. and when this is a full length project.
You better believe it. The whole thing is a link.
So what's the name of the project?
Confetti.
So
Confetti out now, project of the year.
How many joints on here?
12 of them.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's play a couple more joints.
Nothing would make me happier.
All right, we're gonna play a couple more Jack Harlow records. Go get Confetti right now. Bro, I wish you the best. I'm glad you came through.
Thanks for having me, man. You're the first one to have me up here. It means a lot.
Come on, man. Always. I'm glad that whoever put me on, I'm glad they did, because I'm enjoying what you're doing. Jack Harlow, Louisville's own. We're going to play a couple more joints from him off Confetti. Throwbacks up next. It's Real Late on Hot 97.